Alright, so see Stan and Karen. Similar kitchen table. So yes, Brian, we can prove at one time it did probably all work and it existed. Until your all-American story, Bernard, is not going too well for you and probably that, but it does prove the group of you after certain children were killed or whatnot fought like mad dogs. So, you can't do that with waves, Stan. You can't piece it, or Dave, you can't piece it back in together like that, especially if you're going to make up the story you all are doing, Carney boy. Let me tell you something, Dave. If white purity, that if they ever got it to work, there's a good chance, if they even got remotely closely near to it, they did it during the days of Prohibition. Because once people couldn't drink, they had nothing else to do. Like the Blue Line Sundays or whatnot. So, if it was actually done, it was probably done by either religious families or crime families, which most of you will not know the names of. And so since you guys with the All-American like to do it by themes, Karen and all that, the chances of you guys being successful, Harry, Joe, and Ellery, the way you guys do it, is probably pretty minimal because people know about it. And so if Brian was successful at this venture, A, he was just lucky, and he was in the right place in the right time. 2, is that when Brian and I were in Colorado, Bernard, when we were out there, when I was out there, we didn't have any physical altercations. We didn't fight. So when you Bernard, and your BB4 Lacarni are violent, and you fight, Riley or Harry or Bernard and Dave, Pravita, Steve Jones, Morgan, Jim Hallville, the Ball, and you guys are proud of it, then they have a lot of, that could be the reason why Brian Miller succeeded. And when you're making up this story, Bernard Lacarni and GPS Rebel Knight, it proves that the other reality that was destroyed by the group of you, same group of you men. Understand All-American intellect because he repeats. So he's going by past information. So, again, obviously, Stan and Karen, the play that you guys want to run along up here is the problem. And you can't wave it in saying, well, he was here, always there, he was American, not American. Bernard, it proves that Joe, they committed rape and torture and murder for power, competing with other men or other people or other families. And your chances of success, Carney, Bernard, or Jonestown, Branson, Beauty, and Havengate, Carney, Country and Western, and Ghetto Life, are very minimal because you make your presence known and your themes to try to make it work, Carney boy, and it's generally not how it works. So again, like I said, if anyone actually did it, to me, it would probably be done during Prohibition and by families, religious families or crime families, which most of you will never know the names of in your entire life. And so, Stan and Karen, when I see a similar kitchen table, Karen, that you once had when it was in Colorado, it proves to me the group of you, Stan and Joe, got to run around All-American and tear a bunch of shit up, and then when we come out, and I come out here with any of my friends, you guys like to screw them over, and then you guys are all pissed. Purple Knight? No. You guys are rapists and murderers and swapped it all around for power. Those children. So you could put Dave and Pravita in the stank and the Negroes. Your pattern of movement proves it. All-American. And that's why you guys are all fucked up. And you will always be, since you guys are tied to those boxes. Is that my problem? You guys are dishonest men and thieves. And so, guess what? When you do that, you get to build backwards. It's not my problem you guys are spies and idiots, Bernard and Hillary, in the Carney Circus, and that's why they all attack, because they know of a previous history that they stole from you, Dave, and then they defend you, so they protect their money. And that's the way you're going to be, Carney Bernard. But don't complain, because the group of you, when you did that, made a pile of shit. And now you guys are jealous of Brian and some of them that were successful. He just got lucky. And he did, right, some of the things I told him. And we had no physical altercation, while the other group of you there actually committed violent acts against people or a higher evolved species. So the robot story you like to keep using, Stan and Karen, But Joe or Harry in Pickett Street, Jamaica Street, it's not advisable, because I told you, Robo Knight, when you killed those kids multiple times, they weren't fucking robots, dude.